Hey nerds, it's Tiri. Welcome back to my show. In the last week, there's been a lot of information released as far as progress with Warlords of Draenor for World of Warcraft. New character models being the first thing I want to mention today. The most recent character models that Blizzard has released pictures of are the female orc and the female dwarf. Very nice. They've added so much more expression to their faces and just overall attitude. I love it. Check out the link to see all the rest of the pictures. There are quite a few videos and pictures that have been released of new stuff in Warlords of Draenor because Blizzard did a press tour where they allowed people from Europe and Korea to play Warlords of Draenor for a limited amount of time. So they've made videos and shown us things that they found were interesting in the game, shown us the starting zone, which I believe is Shadowmoon Valley, the Alliance, but I'm not sure I can pinpoint where the Horde one is. A few notable things from these videos are the grass and just the graphics seem to be more responsive. You can toggle the view of the new character models on and off. And there are also buttons at the top of your map screen that allow you to narrow down the map of the zone you're looking at and like zoom in and stuff. That's gonna be a GIF. Overall, the feedback of the people that tested the Warlords of Draenor expansion was really positive. The music was great, the graphics were great, new character models were great, and the creatures that are in what used to be Outland and now is Draenor, the other way around, used to be Draenor, now is Outland. Oh, pfft. The creatures are updated and beautiful looking now, so watch the videos, check it out for yourself, and we shall all huddle together with our bits and pieces of media that Blizzard allows us, anticipating the new expansion. Going away from the visual aspects of the game, let's talk about raiding. So the first raid will be coming out the second week after release of Warlords of Draenor, and the second raid a few weeks later. Looking for raid difficulty will be broken up into wings as it has been in the past. One wing released after the next wing, after the next wing, after the next wing, but all other difficulties will be fully opened as soon as the raid comes out. The first world boss will be released with the expansion, and they will release other world bosses over time. Highmaul, which I believe is the first raid that will be coming with Warlords of Draenor, is very non-linear, meaning it's more open field, like Firelands, where you can go different directions. Some bosses are optional, but then you get to the final two bosses, which are not so optional, and kind of a B. Blackrock Foundry is a little bit more like Icecrown Citadel, where you have different wings that you can do in whatever order until you finally unlock Blackhand at the end. In all of the many years Blizzard has been around, they have just found that players respond and function better in non-linear raids. They have choices. They're like super stressed out. They have a way out. They have a way to take a break yet still progress in the raid, which I think is a really smart way to do things, because whether a boss is going to be difficult for a raid can't be determined until you know the exact makeup of the raid. It's just, you know, you've got skill levels, you've got talents, you've got whether you have a bunch of melee or range, whatever. So one boss might be super hard and should technically be after another boss in difficulty for one raid, but it would be swapped for another. Am I making sense? Non-linear raids make sense. That's the moral of my story. Certain experience with the Proving Grounds will be required to queue up for Heroic Difficulty 5-man dungeons. That's a little bit, that's new. That's interesting. Okay. They want you to, like, you know, prove yourself. Prove yourself in the Proving Grounds. Also, when doing challenge modes, if you finish with bronze or better time, you have a chance to get Raid Finder quality gear. As a general rule of thumb, in Warlords of Draenor, normal difficulty 5-mans will kind of gear you up for doing a Raid Finder difficulty raids. Then heroic difficulty 5-mans will help you gear up for normal mode raids. Makes sense. It definitely makes sense in my head. Hopefully yours. Another thing that was noted by developers is that casters have too many instant cast spells, or spells that make their spells instant cast or cast while moving. They need to minimize that a little bit and kind of give melee the upper hand again as far as mobile DPS. Whereas caster might have more burst DPS or burst healing. So that's definitely something we might see change in Warlords of Draenor, and they've discussed a lot. Developers also noted that heroic 5-mans were far too easy in Mists of Pandaria. Thank you. Thank you for noting that. I'm bad, and I thought heroic 5-mans were too easy. Of course, I have a really good tank and good healers and other people that I play with in my guild, but dang, too easy. So, thank you Blizzard for noticing that and agreeing with us. So they're saying you should compare the Warlords of Draenor heroic difficulty to the normal difficulty we knew in Mists of Pandaria. So then the heroic modes will be harder than that, and that's good. That's good. Swell. The most important thing they have said in the recent developer interviews posted on mmo-champion.com is that beta for Warlords of Draenor is soon. News. Soon. The last thing I want to let you guys know about today is that wowhead.com has posted a Warlords of Draenor guide. Pretty much all of the information that's been gathered about Warlords of Draenor has been posted on this guide. Subject to change, I'm assuming, because obviously we're not like set in stone on everything yet, but check it out. There's a lot more information in more detail, a lot of the things I've talked about. I would love to go in more detail. I just don't have time to make all the videos with all the things. Maybe one day I can just talk about everything and you won't ever have to read again. But check out the guide. There's a lot more on garrisons, which I think I might be most excited about. I know, it's so Farmville of me, but it's Warcrafty of me too, because it's such a Warcraft, like an old school thing is what I picture it. How Warcraft used to be, where you build your own place. Like, I want there to be a bird's eye view of this, and you're just like clicking on stuff and be like, you Grant, go fix this. It's probably not like that at all. Nope. It's just gonna be 3D and moving around and whatever, but a girl can dream, right? Anyway, the garrisons look like fun. There's a lot more information about all of the stuff in the guide. Click the link, wowhead.com. You're awesome. I will also put links below to the websites that I got any of my information. Today, a lot of it was from the press tour and developer interviews, all linked on mmo-champion.com. So we'll see how I choose to consolidate those links. Who knows? Just be like 4 links maybe. I know I get made fun of for all my links. Gotta give credit where credit is due. Okay? Yeah, that's me. All right, that's it for my show today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Definitely leave me a comment in the comment section letting me know why you liked or disliked this video, or if you have any comments on the topics I talked about today. Check back every Wednesday for news and gaming videos in between. Also, I will be live streaming this Friday night at 7:40 Pacific time. Hopefully we can progress even farther. We are now on the Iron Juggernaut, which is awesome because we were 2 bosses behind him. We were on Norushen starting last Friday and we made it to the Juggernaut, and that's awesome. Yes, progression. Check out my live stream Friday at 7:40 Pacific time, and I guess that's it. Until then, I hope everybody has a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Okay? I love you all. Bye. Should I start recording closer like this without, do we feel more connected here like that? Like, hi, we're talking together.